guys, this is Aisana. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a what if, and it is what if Deku had 10 commandments. It will be in a world that only girls have quirks because of that boys are known as slaves that doesn't have rights. Really, it's very bad. Like if you kill a girl, it is 25 years in jail. But if you kill a boy, it's 1 month in jail. And there is no girls that is quirkless, and the girls doesn't have uses quirks. And I am a bit confused about the Todoroki problem. Let's say Rei's whole family have a ice quirk, and the Todoroki kids all love Rei. You know why? Because the Endeavor is a bitch. Now, and here business is very corrupt. Like, if a female villain does a bad thing, and an innocent, specifically innocent male is near to her, the male will get the female villain, and the male will get the punishment. But the male will get 2 times worse punishment than that female. The justice is corrupt like that. Now let's get into Deku's commandments. He doesn't have all of them, and commandments doesn't hurt Deku. First, commandment of love. Anyone who you all know, probably you all know already. Second, he has commandment of love, pacifism, purity, and trust. And with the commandments he has full counter and combo star combo star, yeah. But he doesn't have critical over because it would be I'm really lazy to calculate his power level, so nah. And he doesn't have choice because he will be a hero, and hero doesn't kill, and it's like killing people. The curse is like killing people. Now his power level will be 1 million. To be detailed, magic 50,000, and strength is 900,000, and spirit 50,000. And of course, it's when he is 16. And let's start when he is born. And nurse is going to give him to Inko. Then Inko gets angry and starts to specifically hate Deku, and tries to throw Deku to floor. But the commandment of love gets used, but by Deku. And Inko's strength got destroyed and didn't get injured. Instead of floor got cracked. Yeah, he still throw the Deku. That's why. Even then the nurse said, "What are you doing?" Then grabs Deku. "He's just a baby." Inko replied by saying, "Even if he's a baby, he is quirkless. He doesn't deserve to live." Then the nurse said, "He's a baby. Even if he doesn't have a quirk, he doesn't deserve to die like that." Then Deku starts to cry. The room was in silence, if you don't count Deku's crying. Then the nurse took baby Deku. Inko then goes to her house, and yes, she lives alone. No Hisashi in this hour too. She got killed by a villain while going to home. It's not a strong villain. It's a random villain. Then the villain robbed Inko. Yeah, it will not change storyline. Okay. Now Deku is 8 years old. At the orphanage, they got treated good because the caretaker is a boy. Yeah. Now he's playing with his friends. One of his friends, specifically, all of his friends are boys. Yeah. One of his friends said to Deku this: "Hey, I have a cool, right? Then he turned into stone. in that moment. Deku and other boys got scared and said what happened. Said what happened to caretaker. Then caretaker called the police and explained to police, and they started to search most of the time because the kid was a boy, and Deku put his hand on the boy. That is the stone. The yeah, on his friend, and he turned back to normal. Everyone there was shocked except Deku because he has a knowledge of his power right now. After police came, Gallant, the real Estoros and Greyrock took him to his mindscape and explained the power of commandment. It happened in a second, so yeah. Ready? Yeah, yeah. Everyone was shocked because of that, because what happened. Then the police woman took Deku to police station.
So, I am Beer Boy. Now, at the police station, one of the policewomen called Nezu and said, Miss Nezu, there's a boy that used a quirk. Then Nezu said, What? That is impossible. Boys can't have a quirk. Policewoman then said, If you don't believe me, come and see yourself. Then Nezu said, I'm coming in 10 minutes. Then she hung up. Then Nezu came and said, Where's the boy you talked about? The policewoman said, Here he is. Nezu looked at Deku and said, Can you show your quirk, little one? Then Deku said, I don't have a quirk. This is some power that is way different than a quirk. Nezu then said, Okay, but can you show me your power? Then Deku said, Okay, but I need something to use my power. Nezu replied like, What do you need? Deku then said, I have four powers. They all need different things to activate. Nezu said, What are those? Deku said, First is commandments of truth. It makes people turn into stone if they come back from their promises or tell a lie. Second is the commandments of pacifism. If someone kills anything in front of me, that person will die of old age. Nezu said, Please don't use that one. Then Deku said, I can't turn it off. Then Deku exhaled and then Deku said, Third one is commandments of purity. Anyone who conducts impure deeds will be inflicted with illness. And the last one, okay, fourth one, cut, please. Aisama, please cut. Hey, can you hear me? Uh, may, fourth commandment is commandments of truth, but first one is commandments of truth too. Could you please look at that script? Up there, the fourth, no, the third one. First one is the commandments of truth, but fourth one is the commandments of truth too.
Okay, this one I'm doing it. Okay.
What?
Okay, this position I'm changing. I'm going to change it right now. From my head. Wait a second. The fourth commandment is commandment of love. If someone um, hatred towards me or hatred or shows hatred from me, I will be unable to damage or do anything. Like
Oh, I got it. Like, no, no. Let me explain. If okay, so as I understand, if someone hates Deku, then tries to kill him, Deku don't die.
If someone only hates him, the person the person hates because they are half unconscious. They are
Oh,
half
oh, okay,
hardly awake like that.
okay. Thank you.
You can continue right now.
Okay, so uh, there it is. Okay, Nazu said, "Kid, these are some dangerous powers. You need to come with us to UA so you don't kill anyone." Then Deku said, "So you don't want to hear my abilities?" Then Nezu flinched for a second. What are your abilities? Nezu was extra curious. Deku said, "I have two abilities. First is full counter. Its power enables its wielder to reflect physical attacks aimed at them back at their enemy, but with more than double the power. Therefore, the stronger the opponent's powers are, the stronger the user's power becomes. Second is Combo Star. As long as Deku continues attacking his opponent without interruption, each consecutive blow receives an additional 200,000 pounds of force compared to the previous one. If the chain of attacks is interrupted, then it resets and he has to restart his count once more.
91,000 for 200,000 pounds. Wait,
It's 200,000 pounds. Pounds. I don't care. Okay, let me continue. Um, the Nezu's eyes were widened. These are absolutely strong powers. Nezu was thinking like, we need this kid to be a hero or we're all doomed. And Aizawa's quirk test is like only a ball throw. If you can throw the ball at least 220 meters, no, 250 meters, you're expelled. Now Nezu said, let's go to UA, young. Deku said, Izuku. Nezu said, let's go then. When they come to UA, students look at Deku with disgust and surprise to see a boy, but nobody questioned it. People whispered each other about Deku, and some of them even think of bullying Deku if he was alone. But because all of UA students showed hatred towards Deku, they all start to fall to ground, didn't go unconscious, but some of them were still standing, but hardly standing. This happened because Deku was so near to them, so commandments of law made them like that. Then Nezu and students were shocked. Nezu asked Deku if this happened because of him. Deku said, no, it happened because they had the hate feeling towards me. Nezu said, okay. The students were shocked because what happened. Nezu then goes to Deku's door and Deku follows her. Nezu said, This is the place that you this is the place that you will be staying. Deku said, how long? Nezu said, I don't know. Deku didn't took school. Instead, he took special quirk training for teachers at UA. To be specific, Aizawa and All Might. Now his stats are like Aisama said, and he is 16, so he will go to UA. And yes, he didn't met Bakugo, by the way. He was recommended by Aizawa and All Might. Now, first day of UA, and he came first class. And yes, Aizawa wasn't there. Mm, Now everyone came. Little goes to Deku and says, "What does a boy no? What does a boy doing here?" Then Deku says, "I'm recommending." Then Ira says, "What do you mean? Who would recommend you?" Deku says, "Aizawa Sensei and Yagi Sensei." Ida, "Why would anyone recommend you? You are a boy." Deku says, "It doesn't change the fact that I'm stronger than lots of pro heroes." Then Aizawa said, "Enough," while using Kirk. Then everyone goes silent and Aizawa said, "Say our names and quirks, I'm going to sleep." After everyone was finished, Deku says, "I'm Izuku. My powers are commandments of truth, pacifism, purity, and love." Any question? The Momo says, "What does your quirk do?" Deku says, "Commandments of truth is if anyone lies to me or come back from their promises, they will turn into stone. Commandments of pacifism is if anyone kills someone in my presence, they will start to age and die in a few seconds. Commandments of purity is anyone conducts impure deeds will be inflicted with illness. Commandment of love is anyone holds hatred in their heart will be unable to inflict harm on anyone else. And he says, there's two abilities that I can use. And explains counterattack. No. Wasn't that full counter, Aisama? Uh, if you look at this script, that says counterattack. Okay. And explains full counter and combo star. Everyone was shocked at this power of Deku. Whatever. Now, at the curb test, Nezu made a man, toilets, and changing room because Deku existed. So Deku changed their Minato peeked on him, but he wasn't able to see much. She only saw for a few seconds. Then Aizawa took her at the quick quirk test. I'm only gonna make the ball throwing phase. You all know Deku made the best results. Aisama. Oh. The people expelled was Koda, Sero, Mineta, Ujiro, Mina, Jiro, and Hakagura. Now let's switch to Aisawa, shall we? Aisama.
Yes, and thank you. Thank you all of you
You're
for
welcome.
watching the video. We will be finishing it. It's been 23 minutes. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. So let's see you again in a few days, right? See you in the next
Yeah,
episode.
hope
Bye
we will
bye.
be